Hi, I'm Trevor Conquergood. Welcome to this week's R&K Software Club's video of the week, and the topic for this week is the You Design It collections. So first of all, what's a You Design It collection? Basically, those are collections of embroidery designs that work with our very special tool in the Floriani software that's called the You Design It tool. And the tool's right here. It's up on your toolbar up at the top, this little one that kind of looks like the Michelin Man. When you click on that, it brings open a little wizard for creating embroidery designs, and everybody gets the monsters. So just to be clear, the only collection that comes with FTCU is the monsters, and we all have the monsters, and so you can scroll through all the different monster bodies and then come in here and choose what kind of arms that they were going to have, or what kind of things were going to be on their head, and what kind of legs they were going to have. So every collection has different kind of sets of magnets. If you click play, the software will basically make monsters for you, and so it's a great way to interact with your family members because they can come and make their own monsters, and everybody can design their own monster, and it's kind of fun. And so you could use these collections to create memories with your family. At any time you want, you can just click stop and then say that's the best monster yet and say okay. And so we've created a new little monster, and I've been creating You Design It designs to show you guys some of the things that I can make with my You Design It collections. And so if I come in here and I go, here's a bunch more monsters that I make. In fact, this one kind of reminds me a little bit of the one the software made, right? Well, I guess it's the same body anyway, but you get the idea. There's so many these are all designs. Every one of these is a design that kind of represents one of the different collections, right? So there's circle monograms with beautiful monogram frames. So you choose from a whole collection of different monogram frames, and then you go through the entire alphabet. So it's got the circle alphabet, circle monograms. So I want to say for every W, there was like 4 or 5 different options. And so there was like the solid one, and this one has like 2 colors, and it's got a decorative stitch on the inside. And this was another example, so solid with outlines. Anyway, like I said, there was several options, and then there's the left-hand W, the center W, and the right W. And so you choose your frame and then choose the magnets to build your monograms, and it's a very cool collection. Probably one of my favorite collections, if we go back to using the tool, is the robots, because in robots, to me, everybody likes robots, right? Young people like them, older people like them, kids like them, girls, boys, everybody thinks robots are cool, right? So you basically choose kind of like a robot center, and then you get to decide what kind of arms there are, and there's all different kinds of arms. You can also go through and choose what kind of head that robot's going to get, and so it's pretty fun. You get to decide exactly what kind of robot you want. So they're fun, interesting little collections, and as you can see, lots of different choices to choose from. And so there you go. I created a new little robot design for my collection of robots. And so yeah, I made a bunch of robots to show you guys. I also really loved the monster trucks. Look at this design here that I made. There were probably 6 or 8 or more different truck bodies, and then for every truck you got to decide what was going to be on the hood and what was going to be on the kind of tail and what kind of tires they were going to have, and who was going to be driving the car and who was in the back seat, and so they were really kind of a fun collection. To me, that was probably one of my favorites. They're all applique designs, and so these are nice big monster trucks for like the back of a jacket or the front of a sweatshirt, and totally fun to do. So just to take a peek at some of these little collections here, if there was one in particular that you loved, I would be happy to show it to you. There's things for, not just sort of like cars and trucks and that, but these are beautiful floral designs, and so now you get to choose a floral border and then a floral center, and so all these different types of sort of beautiful floral designs that you could make as well. What I could do to show you each collection is just kind of browse through these images. So on the right hand side you'll see all the kind of choices. So with Clothesline, there's text involved. So basically with Clothesline, if I bring up here, let's do a new one and click on Clothesline. So when I start it, I choose the collection Clothesline. And then it brings me to the Clothesline sort of scenes, right? And you get to decide whether you want to do one that has a couple of little birdhouses. And so now you've got, a place-to-place text and kind of like what clothes. So when I select this item, then these highlight and I can click on which one that I want these items to go onto. And so really it's as easy as that. You can create very interesting sort of like interactive embroidery design collections. That's really what I think of the U design collections are. So I told you guys that only the monsters come with the software. The other ones can be purchased. You're going to want to go down to visit your favorite Floriani dealer and order these. They probably won't have them over the counter. They might. Some people do. But to be honest, they can be ordered from R&K and it won't take long to get them. And so there's Clothesline, fun frames. So now you've got all these different cool kind of like photo frames, or you could put text inside of those frames, whatever you want to do with a frame, and then little doodads to put on top of the frames, little kind of, sort of like little elements to it. You add onto it flowers. Well, now you've got all these different stems, all these different leaves, all these different flower tops. You can create so many different styles of flowers, and they're all quite interesting. Kids pockets is really fun because you've got a bunch of different pocket shapes and a bunch of different pocket toppers, and so they make really fun and interesting kind of one-of-a-kind pocket designs for your shirts. Here's the circle monograms, and like I was showing you, there's several different versions of each letter, the way that it can be embroidered, and then all of the different ABC all the way to Z for circle monograms with all these different frames. Monster trucks, same idea. All these windows, all these tires, hubcaps, everything. It's pretty cool. Pocket full of oceans. That was the first design that I think I had on my screen. You could see how you could do cool little kind of pocket toppers for your seamstress dresses, I guess. Aprons, that's what I'm trying to say, apron. Robots is another great one. I showed you guys the robot snowman. So, not everybody gets snow, but everybody can make snowmen. Certainly up here in Saskatoon, we get lots of snow, and we love making snowmen, so this is one of my favorite collections. Splits kids, so now you've got a bunch of designs with an empty space in the middle, and the software makes it so easy because let me show you once again how these work, because when you click on the tool, and then you choose your collection. So you have to buy these collections. You do go down, you order, you pay for stick figures, and then you load them. And so let me also remember to show you guys how to load them. Oops, I wanted to do split kids, and I chose stick figures, so pay attention. So see how cool it is? You choose your design, and then you've got text that goes on the bottom, text that goes on the top, and then some sort of a frame that can go in the middle like that, and then once you've got your frame in there, you can have text inside of your frame, and so you build your whole design like this. And then of course you don't want it to say bottom text and top text, but they're all made to balance and arc and look well together. So all you have to do now is select top text, put your name in there. It can be as easy as that, put this one text, make it say gone fishing. And if you even choose, you can change the font to any fonts that you actually have, installed in your Floriani software. So whatever font options you have can be your options for doing that. So we can do gone fishing and put your own text in here. Anyway, you guys, these are the You Design It collections. Now, like I said, the only one that comes with the software was the monsters. If you want to get the mascots collection, visit a Floriani dealer and they'll tell you more about it. But I thought it would explain how to get them, and then I promised I would do how to load them, right? And so I'm just kind of showing you. So I think this is the last of the collections that we've got available thus far. And so there's, like I said, 15 different collections. And now if you purchase one of those collections, the way to install them or add them to your software, the way to get them in here is in your file drop down menu. There's an option right here. It says import You Design It gallery. And so if you purchased one of these design discs, you'll have the file that you need to select to use this utility. And so anyway, that's how you add them, and that's what they are. And I showed you all the different collections and just a bunch of really cool designs that I made. And so this was a bunch more of ones that I did with the split kids, right? So ice cream cones, balloons, rocking horses, that kind of thing. Anyway, you guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video and learning a little bit more about the You Design It collections in the Floriani software. You have to have FTCU or Fusion to be able to have the You Design It tool. That's the only one. So if you only have something like Sketch-A-Stitch, then I'm sorry, I'm telling you about stuff that kind of doesn't apply. But the thing is, a lot of people ask about the You Design It, so we wanted to do a video and explain what they are. So yeah, anybody who owns Fusion or FTCU, Fusion is an entry-level embroidery software that has everything you need to create beautiful embroidery designs. And then if you want, you can upgrade to FTCU later, because there is an upgrade to get the full software. If you own FTCU, you already own everything there is in Fusion. Fusion is simply a portion of FTCU. And so either way, both programs come with the You Design It tool. And anyway, guys, thanks so very much for listening. I hope you have a wonderful day. Until next time, bye for now.